And to another high achiever now, and the Briton who's become the youngest woman to reach the summit of all 14 of the world's highest mountains. 23-year-old Adriana Brownlee made history by climbing the 8,000-metre peaks in less than 4 years. And for the final climb, she made it even harder on herself by doing so without supplementary oxygen. Adriana told Charlie Frost about her epic feat.
It wasn't the highest, and it was by no means the hardest, but it was the last monumental summit on Adriana Brownlee's list, and the most emotional.
That was the moment where I started to tear up, because I knew, okay, I've done it. To have stood on top of Shisha Pangma but yeah, pinch yourself moment. I sort of lost for words.
It was at that moment 23-year-old Adriana became the youngest woman to climb all 14 of the highest mountains in the world, and only the second ever Brit.
The famous mountaineers that I know in the UK are male, and I really wanted to prove that, you know, we were just as powerful on those mountains and as strong, and I think actually we're stronger. I think we make much more rational decisions up there.
Named the 8,000ers because they stand at more than 8,000 metres above sea level. All 14 peaks are in the Himalayan and Karakoram mountain ranges in Asia, stretching from the shortest Shisha Pangma to the tallest Everest. But they're not just tall, they can be deadly. The deadliest Annapurna, with one climber in every 3 that attempt it not surviving the summit. Adriana's hairiest moment came when climbing her third peak, Dhaulagiri. At the very top, in what's called the death zone, she ran out of oxygen and had no radio to call for help.
And eventually it took us 32 hours to get back down to safety. And I remember I called my parents at the base camp, and they'd already been planning my funeral because I'd lost contact with them for over 2 days.
But despite her brush with death, she was driven to carry on by a head for heights that she's had since she was 8. Writing in a piece of homework, "I would like to be famous for climbing the highest mountain in the world." 12 years later, she fulfilled that dream, and now even more. And there's no doubt her epic achievement will now inspire others to aim high. Charlie Frost, ITV News.